Hey guys, it's Zach here, and you might be wondering, is the crash over? Or did we hit the bottom yet? Should I jump in? Should I buy? Should I wait? What should I do? With headlines like buyers and sellers locked in stalemate as real estate market tumbles, Canadian real estate has never been less affordable. Price correction to fix. Housing market bottom is still some ways away. Real estate slowdown continues with average prices down 22% since February. Housing market correcting, not crashing. I don't blame you if you get confused with all the headlines. So let's talk about what's happening, look at some of the data, and see what you can do as a buyer or a seller or an investor in this market to get ahead. As the scary deadlines started to fizzle away in the past maybe week or two, the housing market finally reaches a bottom. X bank says this will be the final rate hike. X country says Federal Reserve should stop increasing the rates. Then the report comes out for September from the Canadian Real Estate Association. And the news fills out with headlines such as real estate sales dropped by 44% compared to last year. And everyone's shocked. Wait, what? It's down again? What's happening? The market has been down since February. We've been seeing on average about 5,000 transactions per month compared to about 9,000 to 10,000 last year. Of course, there were some slowdowns here and there. Comparing sales activity to last year, you're going to start seeing a bigger and bigger number as time passes. Last year, around October, November, December, and up to January, February of this year, sales activity went insane, then suddenly dropped right after the rate hikes. As we compare sales activity and transactions to last year, we're going to start seeing a bigger and bigger number. So how about I do this? Here's my predictions for October. We know transactions are about 5,000 right now in the GTA per month. Last year in October, 9,783. So let's take 5,000, divide that by 9,783, and we're going to get something around 51%, let's say. That's great. So that's more than September. A lot of people will click on this. So let's say sales are down 51% in October. So in November, if you see headlines that say sales are down by 51%, you can say Zach predicted it and share this with everybody. In order for you to know what's going on in the market and get a better idea of the state we're in, I'm going to look at the GTA. However, you should reach out to your real estate agent or contact me if you are in the market and look at more local activity. For example, looking at what's happening in the Pleasant View area in Don Valley Village is better than just looking at the GTA in general. You should also look at property types instead of just looking on average across all the properties. Looking at the average price in the GTA and breaking it down by category, the gap between freehold versus townhomes versus condos have shrunk, which means it's going to be a lot easier for you to upsize, go from a condo to a townhouse or from a townhouse to detached property. On the flip side, if you're looking to downsize, that's when you're not going to see the most amount of profits. Next, if you zoom into this graph, you're going to start noticing that the drop has been tapering off. The curve is slowing down. So month to month, you're not going to see insane decreases in price. But waiting to enter the market now may not be as beneficial for you. Might even be bad. Now hear me out. There should be more rate hikes, at least one more. The longer you wait to enter this market, with each rate hike, your purchasing power is going to drop. You're going to qualify for less, and your stress test is going to determine how much the bank is going to lend you. With the stress test and the rates increasing, the amount of mortgage you're going to qualify for is going to decrease. Rando example here. If you are to qualify right now for $650,000, you'd be able to get a 2-bedroom condo somewhere in the GTA. On October 26th, which is the next rate hike, you might qualify for $570,000. However, condo prices are only going to drop maybe by 10K, 15K, which means now instead of being able to buy a 2-bedroom condo, you'd be qualifying for maybe a 1+ den. And the move might not make any sense. Let's say if you live in a condo right now, it's a 1-bedroom, and you were hoping to move into a 2-bedroom. That's out of the picture now. The reason why we're seeing things taper off is because the market is stabilizing and the number of desperate people who really have to sell their property is decreasing. You're going to start seeing more listings where the seller, the owner, still lives in it while it's on the market. This wasn't the case in, say, February or January this year. We've purchased the property first, and now we put it on the market and emptied it out, staged it. The seller has either moved out or they know it's going to sell within a week or so, so went and stayed at a hotel so that we can sell that quickly and then move on with our lives. The biggest price drop happened when that market shifted with no notice. So people who've purchased properties and knew that they were going to sell it in a couple of days, suddenly there's rate hikes, people are scared, no one's buying. Now you're sitting on one property that you need to sell, your home, and you've purchased something else and you put a deposit on that and you have to close, so you're risking to get sued and lose your deposit, so you start discounting as fast as you can just to sell, and that brings prices down in general. However, as the market stabilizes and everyone now knows what's going on, we're in a new market, you're going to see more homes that sell more slowly, and sellers have not purchased anything else, so they're not necessarily desperate. Maybe they are expecting a new baby, maybe they got a big dog and they want to move into a townhouse potentially, but they don't really have to sell, so they're not necessarily desperate. There's always going to be those people who have to move out because of the rate hikes. They can't afford their mortgage anymore and they have to do something about it. They're in a situation where they're going to lose money regardless. Now, there are solutions for that as well. So if you are in that situation or you know someone, share this video with them. You can reach out to me and then you can figure things out. Also, if the market starts showing signs of bottoming out, everyone who's been waiting on the sidelines will rush into the market, which will bring the market back up really quickly since sellers won't be listing their properties. Also, if the market shows any signs of positivity, let's say the central bank says we will no longer increase interest rates and there's no more inflation. Congrats, everybody. In news coming out like that, everyone who's been waiting on the sidelines to enter the market will just jump in, rush in, because now it's the bottom. And since sellers are not going to be listing with the same rate, the inventory is going to get absorbed really quickly and you're going to start seeing competition again and the market won't be timed anymore. So what should you do? If you're a first-time home buyer or you're looking to move up the property ladder or invest, contact a real estate agent, get set up, get your pre-approvals and start doing the research and be ready to jump into the market as quickly as you can. The next rate hike is October 26th, so might as well do that. If you are looking to downsize, I recommend you wait a little bit longer. If you don't really need to move, just stay there. And if you don't want to, you can move into a smaller property, maybe rent a condo and then keep the house. You might be able to refinance and buy both and rent out the house anyway, because guess what? We will never and won't be ever able to build enough homes for everybody. So just don't give it away for free. If you want to talk about this, my info is in the description. And until then, see you guys in the next video. Bye.